He's afraid, and he needs to be. Be afraid, Donald Trump.
He's scared.
All that we built is very fragile. Somebody can destroy it pretty quickly.
He is nervous that his candidate may lose.
DeSantis is basically a mini Trump.
He wants Florida to stay red, and we're here to say that we're going to be blue this year.
He wants to push his agenda, which is a racist, xenophobic, homophobic, and overall sexist agenda.
And if a true progressive wins here, then a true progressive can win anywhere, and that's why I'm supporting Andrew Gillum.
Here in Florida, the choice could not be clearer. We have a candidate in Mayor Gillum, who is finally prepared in this state to make government work for all of the people, not just a handful of special.
I'm voting for Andrew Gillum because I want my school to be safer. I am so tired of people dying. It's not fun.
When our parents drop our kids off at school, we should have an expectation that we will be able to pick them up alive.
Florida is the home of two of the largest mass shootings in this nation's history, and Andrew Gillum wants to pass legislation that would create common sense gun laws.
I just think he's going to help put Florida on the better path for the future, which Ron DeSantis can't do.
What I've said in my role as the governor of the state of Florida is that we're going to expand access to health care by expanding Medicaid in my state.
As a queer person, as a woman, he stands for the things I believe in. He stands for my rights as a human.
I want to be a teacher, and he really supports education.
We believe that we ought to fund teachers and pay them what they are worth.
He's doing a lot for education. Me being a college student, I understand how important it is.
What do you guys think of his opponent, Ron DeSantis?
Oh my goodness.
What do I think of his opponent, Ron DeSantis?
The last thing we need to do is to monkey this up.
I'm certainly not happy with the language that he's used, and I don't think people in the state of Florida are happy with it either.
Hey, first of all, he's got neo-Nazis helping him out in this state.
Ron DeSantis does not speak for who we are as Florida.
I think that Ron DeSantis has nothing to offer.
One of your donors called President Obama the N-word. You denounced his comments, but you did not return the money.
He's a racist, a bigot.
No integrity. There's lying going on.
I mean, how the hell am I supposed to know every single statement somebody makes?
Yeah, basically, he's the opposite of what I believe in.
My grandmother used to say a hit dog will holler, and it hollered through this room.
He is not what we need in the future, and he's not going to do anything productive. He's a puppet for Trump.
As Gillum said, racists think he's racist.
I'm not calling Mr. DeSantis a racist. I'm simply saying the racists believe he's a racist.
We know that we need strong and progressive governors to stand up for their working people, to take on powerful special interests, and you have a candidate here who is as strong and as progressive as any gubernatorial candidate in America.
I support moving forward, and that's really what Gillum stands for. I support moving forward for women, for people of color.
You're not a climate change denier, but you don't want to be labeled a believer in climate change.
I think it's important to have a leader like Gillum who is going to stand up for our environment.
What Florida voters need to know is that when they elect me governor, they're going to have a governor who believes in science.
I mean, Florida is going to go underwater if we keep going at this rate.
The future of our state for the next few decades depends on what happens in this election.
And if you want to sit home and moan and groan and make funny jokes about Trump, that's fine. But no one is interested in your jokes right now, frankly.
I support Andrew Gillum because he's really going to stand up for progressive values and the things that I care about, like the environment and health care for all.
I've endorsed Medicare for all at the federal level.
These are very serious times, and the time is now to stand up and fight back. Your job is to make Mr. Trump very, very nervous.
Everyone should vote. It's our civic duty. It is such a close election. It is so close, and that's why people need to get out and vote.
So if you are living in Florida, please come out to vote and bring your friends and relatives as well. We can win this election. This is an historic election.
Florida is a key state for change. As soon as we get to the polls, then we can see changes that we're looking for.
Go Gillum!
Let's go out and get them. Let's win this, Andrew. Thank you all very much.